I don't know if I feel like pontificating about it either. More plants that are clearly victory bells and weeping bells. Hello! Parasect and Wigglytuff. The deeper into these late areas we get, the more, like, former bosses we will see. I don't actually know how this Wigglytuff stats compare to the Area 5 paths. I want to say... I was looking at the stats to see how they compare in PH1 because I was curious about like the open world aspect. So the thing is, Area 2 has become Area 7 in the Redux of PH1 because Zapdos is now the boss of the mountain where it used to be Machamp, and I figured Zapdos was a more climactic boss to put in Area 7. But the trouble is, you still have to go out that way to rescue Lily, and Lily still has like a battle you have to fight to get her. And that's an Area 7 battle. So, I wanted to see what the stats of those monsters were like comparatively. Just a moment, please.
What's the rush? Why don't you stay a while?
Why is it grunting at us?
What? Grunting is so undignified. I would never do such a thing. I guess Sir Q1 was right. It's pointless trying to reach you.
Get out of the way, you stupid beast!
Ah, how rude. I despise you more with every passing moment. You more than deserve this.
Madam Narina, let's ready to fight. So anyway, I was saying, it was like, oh yeah, comparing the stats. I decided to look at their, like, experience level and, like, well, not the experience level so much, but, like, just the general stat levels. And as it turned out, an Area 7 monster, or a common Area 7 monster, is about as strong as an Area 3 boss. So, they're not that powerful, per se, but they are up there. I'm gonna use Invisible Wall, because that seems like a good call. So, what does that mean for PH1? Well, it's a little bit tricky because you don't... I mean, it's going to make Lily kind of difficult to get. Like, winning that fight is not necessarily that feasible early game. It probably means you want to get Lily last out of everyone. But I decided to make it such that you don't need to win the fight to get her. All you have to do is, escape the fight. If you're able to run away from the monsters instead of beating them, you still rescue Lily in the process. And then she joins you. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to see how that works out because Area 7 monsters are going to be pretty fast, and your chances of running away from them might be about as good as your chances of beating them. I don't really know. It's kind of a big experiment, so we'll see. Haven't got around to that phase of testing yet. If I need to intervene in some way, I will, but I don't think I will necessarily. Ferris, stop dying. I'm getting dunked on, my bro. And Nidorina is not confused. Why am I not confusing it? Hey, you. Get confused. Supersonic. You. What are you doing? Did I even poison it? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm gonna make sure that it's poisoned. You poisoned? No, now it's poisoned. But it's still not confused. So, foul odor. Now it's confused. Good. I think I'll just smack it. We've got a long road ahead of us. While it's confused, there's not much point in wasting the MP. It would get it done faster, sure, but we're doing okay. Look at this damage. This damage is alright. We're dead. Defeated.
Ow, you're nothing but a bunch of unruly humans. It sounded kind of indignant.
Oh, you mean I hurt its feelings? Big deal, it's just a beast. So, insensitive, Fat Tea. Alright, so now we're in the rainforest. If you couldn't tell by it being a forest with rain. I see that book of Wig there. How are we gonna get that book? Looks like the entrance might be over here. Book of Wig. Not this way. Scyther! This will actually be easier than the previous fight, even though its stats are higher, because there's only one dang Scyther. Okay, I'm confused guy. Confuse him. You want to Venom Powder him. You want to Meditate. Well, no. You want to Invisible Wall. And you want to, you probably want to burn it, actually. Burn it. Yeah, even if the mandatory mini-bosses weren't enough, there's all these extra mini-bosses that you can encounter. Whoops, I picked something wrong. At least it's both poisoned and confused. That's good. Oh, Ferris can't raise his defense any higher than that. That's okay. Yeah, at least we know he has as much as he possibly can. Is it weak to Pin Missile? I don't know that it would be, but I'll try it anyway. It's probably weak to fire, but, I mean, Scyther is a flying type. A long time since I looked at that card, too. Didn't need to look at Scyther for PH1 purposes, because Scyther isn't going to be in PH1. Did not need to port him over. Was not necessary. Get the Scyther. Is it still confused? It sure is. I could probably, like, not be using MP like I did with Navarina. Takes so much damage. 138 from himself. Sheesh. Oh, there goes the confusion. Slowed him down, though. Not gonna confuse him again. Oh, that was all he had left. Got him! Did not get his item. That's okay. We need to go around this way. Book a wig. Book a wig obtained. Alright. Oh, we already know Lullaby? I guess it must have been a Jigglypuff move before. Yeah, there's our Lullaby. Okay. That's fine. We'll sell it. Okay, now then. Was there anything up here? It didn't look like there was. Yeah, nah, there's nothing up here. I didn't have to come this way. I'm gonna kill these guys. Gosh, I need to keep an eye on the time. I'm running out for this session. Look at that. Sometimes I just get really into it and I just want to keep going, but I won't. I need to pace myself. I already mentioned at the start of this that I started late, because I decided to take a nap. For I have a PTO day tomorrow. And my only obligation is I have to get my hair cut in the morning. And that's not till 11. So I'm figuring I'll just leave at a nice leisurely time, get my hair cut, maybe get lunch while I'm out, and come back home and do whatever. It's looking like I'm going to spend the time catching up on reviews, because they're the only thing I really need to do right now. There's other time I try to use for that purpose, but it's just been a bit much for me these days. I can't seem to manage it. And I've got like 4 reviews to write. I already got one written for Luke Diamond. I posted it, but I didn't link it on the channel yet because I'm dumb. There's going to be a boss book here later. Well, wait, why would there be a... Oh, right, it's going to be a mini-boss book here later. Mini-boss. When we beat the Vileplume mini-boss that is not Queen Vileplume. I believe this is the puzzle for this section, so we're going to leave that Parasect alone for a moment. Let's just finish exploring this side of the forest first. What was I saying? Oh yeah, reviews. So I've got Luke Diamond's written, and I just need to link it and like show the thumbnail art. I don't know what it is about the thumbnail art I drew, but it just makes me so happy just seeing it. Something about Luke Diamond is just wonderful. I feel like we need more schlocky action heroes in this day and age. They kind of fell by the wayside, along with the decline of masculinity in American society in general. Which is tragic in its own way, but you know, whatever. I'm not here to talk politics. I'm here to puncture this Wigglytuff with arrows. Destroyed. Pretty sure there are more books to find out here, besides what will be in that circle later. Oh, come on, guys, we just fought you. If I wasn't so low level, I wouldn't even bother. But I am, so I'm doing it. I should probably have woken up Eli. I still can. Magic Flute. Yay. Fix him up. Oh gosh, I guess we're in better shape than I thought. Do you mind? Wigglytuff. If you think you can put me to sleep with your lullaby, it will not work. The characters in game, yes, but me, no. I'm a little tired, but not that tired. It's just about 10 o'clock for me right now. But I ate some sugar cookies earlier, so I'm coasting on those. Yeah, there's this batch of Eaton Park Smiley cookies sitting around my office, and they had been on somebody's desk for like a couple weeks, and I didn't want to intrude on them because like that's crappy. Why would you do that to a person? But they'd clearly been untouched for a long time, and like around Friday last week, one of my coworkers expressed the concern that they might be going bad, and I was like, well, let's look into that. And at the end of my shift that day, I decided to look at the bottom of the box, and it said best used by February 11th, and that was like, what day is it? Today. Hold on, I'm looking at my freaking calendar. Today is the 2nd of March, so that was the 24th of February, so they were already expired for like a good 10 or so days by then. But that's okay. Cookies don't really go bad. They only just don't want you eating them just in case. I was able to reconstitute them by dipping them in milk, and that was quite alright. Well, no, actually, what I first tried to do to reconstitute them was to wet them a little bit with water and then microwave them, which is usually enough to save a baked good. But it kind of worked. It mostly just made them sticky and kind of soggy. But like they weren't bricks. I didn't break my teeth biting into them. They were just kind of suboptimal. And oddly enough, it's like the sugar coating on top of the cookies was completely unaffected, both by the wetting process and the microwave process. So I don't know what Eaton Park does with their sugar coating, but that stuff is just... whoa. That's some intense sugar, man. Very durable. Especially when it's been expired for like 10 days. My god, these encounters, dude. But no, the cookies weren't bad. I didn't feel sick eating them or anything. And when I realized that they were, like the undersides of them were vulnerable to liquids, I was like, well, why don't I just dip them in milk? And that worked perfectly, so there you go. If you ever get Smiley cookies and you forget to eat them in time, dip them in milk. That's the moral of the story. Don't throw them out. Only throw them out if they're like moldy or something. And those ones certainly were not. But I did feel a bit bad taking the box because there were a lot of them left. There were like 9 out of 12, I want to say, in that box. But you know, if somebody else got to them first, I am rather certain they would have just pitched them. So I feel like I did the world a favor by not putting more cookies in a landfill somewhere with their impenetrable sugar surfaces. They would have biodegraded over 500 years. Instead, they biodegraded over 5 minutes in my stomach. I'm kind of tired of fighting these Wigglytuffs. Apparently, Wigglytuff is the toughest thing in this section, even tougher than Scyther. Because the tougher Pokemon is always the right. That's probably not going to continue to be the case in the future. Whenever their stats get adjusted. Not because, like, Wigglytuff is actually weaker. I don't honestly know. It's kind of hard to say. I do not know how Scyther's stats stack up to Wigglytuff's stats. And even then, there are some quirks of how I choose their stats that are probably going to impact that. Because, like, the way I determine the experience you get from Pokemon in these games is I averaged it out. Just a second. I'm going to put this safe. I just took the average of all of their stats, and that was the experience that you got for beating them. There's, like, some trick to this. I'm trying to remember what it is. I believe, yeah, these Parasects, they run back and forth across this track. And they're going to block you either way. You kind of have to find your way around them. But, like, anyway. I still kind of do that in the Redux of PH1 and the future Reduxes of these. But the thing is, MP is no longer a stat I calculated, so it's not affecting the average like it should. That's what I decided to do since, like, MP is fixed now. Because, like, MP became PP, and I already explained in, like, the previous playthrough, I believe, or maybe even earlier in this one, that, like, every Pokemon gets 100 PP for each move that they know. So, like, Charizard with its Fire Spin in the first game has 100 PP for Fire Spin, which lets him use it 5 times. Fatty, you died. This is bad. It's a bad thing for it to have happened to you. No. We'll put magic on you. But anyway, because of that, I didn't want it as part of the averaging calculation anymore. So what I ended up doing was I set it up such that the MP stat that I use for the averaging calculation is based on the Pokemon's experience yield, which I felt was fitting. Because that's kind of a sixth stat, non-stat that I could draw from the original game. So, like, Chansey has a high boost to its experience yield because it has high experience yield in the Pokemon games. It's like the max, I believe it's 255. It's the factor. I don't exactly know how to calculate that number, but that's how that do. So that's going to affect, like, their toughness rating too, because that's what I base their critical hit rate and their experience yield on. There's our mini-boss Victory Bell. We need to work our way over there through this maze. I don't know if we're going to have time for that boss fight, but maybe we might be able to get right in front of it. Wow, they're just picking on Ferris. They know he's the one to kill. How dare you? These guys. What was I gonna say? I think I said everything I wanted to. I didn't conclude that point in a satisfactory way, but everything that needed to be said has been said. The MP was substituted with experience yield as the factor for determining their toughness. So even if Scyther is still tougher stats-wise compared to Wigglytuff, if Wigglytuff has a high enough experience yield, it could still end up being the toughest monster in this area. That is the whole thing. Don't put people to sleep. It's not nice. Not very nice, Wigglytuff. Yeah, how do you like it? Put you to sleep. That club that does it. You'd think that would just be knocking them unconscious. Ooh, Fire Scepter. Is that better for you, sir? Fire Scepter? It is. Ooh. And a lot of the things out here are going to be weak to fire, too, so that's great. I don't know where in this maze I am, what I'm trying to do here. I think there are books hidden out here, too. Oh my god, there's just so much. There's just so much. So that guy scooches. What is out this way? What was the point of that? Was there any point to that? I think there was. I needed to get through here. Yeah, we're in a new part of the maze. Yeah, he just dots whenever you approach and he can't run. You know what? I'm running out of time here. I'm not gonna fight you, okay? We've done a lot of fighting. We've done more than enough fighting, I would say. We need to get a move on with some not fighting right now. Stab it, Scythers! I'm trying to solve this puzzle. I've got like 2 minutes. No. Alright, you get out of here. Why is that one so fast? Yeah, probably because it has to wander a long distance off screen and I didn't want the player to be like, what's the hold up? It's an act of courtesy. Alright, let's see here. What am I doing here? Not the mini-boss Scyther. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it, okay? Do not tempt me with your mini-boss Scythers. Over this way. Out and around. Can't wait to do this backwards to go get the Book of Vic. Maybe I'll just pass on that next time. Alright, yeah, we made it in front of the boss. I guess maybe I did have time for that one fight. Maybe I have time for one more fight before the end of the recording session. Anybody want to attack me in the next minute? Yeah, here they come. Alright, Scythers, you asked for it. Or maybe I asked for it, and you obliged. We're going to kill you. And that will be it for this recording. As soon as these Scythers go down, you probably can stop watching knowing that this battle is all that remains. Yeah. Why are you still here? You're really that determined to watch me pummel this sleeping Scyther to death? Are you that sadistic? What's your problem, dear viewer? It's kind of alarming. You're still here, just watching this Scyther die. Did you stare into its eyes as the life left them? Its sleeping eyes? No, we're not fighting another thing. The Scythers are back. No. That's gonna do it for now. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more Pokemon Hunter 2 Hostility. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.